Hi everyone. Well, we've got the three covert fountain pens here. We've got the Lamy Dialog 3. And it's got this torpedo hatch where if you twist the top half, the nib pops out like that. Yeah, so when you hide it away, it retracts and then the hatch closes up again. Slick design, eh? Very pretty. All right, and then these other two, we've got they're both the Moonman or Majohn. This is the A3. Sorry, this is the A3, and then this is the A2. The A2 is quite simple. It's just like the pilot vanishing point. It's got the plastic finish, and it doesn't have any gold nibs or anything fancy like that. In fact, the only nib you can get for this one's the EF. Extra fine. It's click, just like the pilot. Click in, click out. Nice and simple. But it has this clip that's in the way, as far as I'm concerned. I really don't like having it there, especially as a left-hander. It's hard enough already. Yeah, it's right in the way of where I want to put my fingers. I mean, you can kind of get around it. Maybe I put my thumb on top of it, but nah, not a fan. And so I reckon that's why they've got this one. This is the A3, and the A3, the clip, instead of it being fixed in the same position, you can actually take the whole thing off if you choose to, right? So, yeah, I might just leave it, but you can take the whole thing off. The other thing with this pen is instead of having the click, it's a press, and you can see that barrel here rotating. Yeah. So look again. I'll zoom in a bit. Yep. So as you click it down, that thing rotates, and as you're doing it, the nib protrudes just like the other one, and then as you flick it away, it retracts. So I'll do that again. Click, flick, click, flick. Click, flick. Okay, great. But how do they write? Well, these two not great, to be perfectly honest. I think they're extra fine nibs. Maybe I just need to be a bit more generous on the, the finer nibs. I really don't like a fine line. And if you just say, hello, this is with the new 2024 Dark Lilac ink, just to show you sort of how much it comes to the surface there. We've got the purple from it. I'm not seeing much of the green that you get coming out as the sheen. There's the 2024, of course, with the green sheen on the dark lilac. Yep, not much of that there. It's way too fine. So the A2. So this one again, same ink, dark lilac. Yeah, again, it's the extra fine. Again, I don't like my finger there on the clip. Yep, so hello there, hello there, and full stop for extra hellos. Yep, look at that, awful, absolutely awful. You want to see something good though? Oh man, so much difference. Like Lamy, yeah. Oh, another thing, dark lilac. Sorry, have a look at the ink. Ah, God damn it, come on. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Is that green? It sort of grows, hey, like starts off with absolutely no ink there, and you just leave it for a while. That green just comes to the surface. Wipe it off. So wipe it off with my finger there. What does it do? No, it stayed green. Sometimes it goes purple. All right, so that's gone, but check this out. Different world. Look at that. Zoom out a bit, and we'll just have a look again. So if I go, hello everyone. Ink. Loads and loads and loads of ink. It's the same ink, but there's so much more of it that's really dark. Look at this. Zoom in a bit chunkier, look at that. Check that out, eh? It's so wet. Super wet. Anyway, it's nice and all. You know what? It's not why we're here. Let me tell you what's going on. Right, so I've got a confession, everyone. I know who I am. I have no clue who you are. And this is the thing, right? So, I'm a nerd, quite geeky. I have lots of little hobbies. They tend to have an element of show and tell, right? So there's usually an object to go with the obsession. In the case of fountain pens, it's pretty obvious. But there's been a lot of other things in my life. And usually when someone's into one of the things in my life, they tend to love all of the things in my life. And that was actually the point of this channel. It wasn't supposed to be about fountain pens, it was supposed to be about lots of things. What sorts of things? Well, let me show you. So see how I managed to get rid of all the light here in this square where my hand's sitting. So you'd think it might be Photoshop effect, but you know what it is? It's actually this stuff called Musil Black. It's the blackest of blacks, right? So it reflects almost no light whatsoever. Anything that gets there just gets sucked in and it doesn't go away. So you might have seen me using this before, but that's one type of thing that I'm really into. You know, I've got like a roll of it over here. You know, this was left over. I used it on my, what was it, the Witch King costume, so that I had the hood and my head was completely covered in this thing. So I had the mask and then you could see my face, but like you couldn't. It was just a black hole. It wasn't even black. It was just empty. Right, so there's that stuff. There are elements here. Whoa, no, first up, chili pepper. So I love my chilies. This was a fresh Carolina Reaper that I picked off my bush yesterday. I'm not going to eat it now because it takes a good half hour to get over it. So was the world record hottest chili. So those are pretty good. What else? We've got gemstones. Look at these, but they're not real. Well, they're real. They're just man-made gemstones. For starters, you've got a 10-carat stone that has higher refractive index than diamond, which means it's sparklier than diamond. It's internally flawless, has no colour, so it's like a D colour. It's triple excellent cut. If that was a diamond, that'd be a couple of $1 million. But it's not a diamond, it's a moissanite. And moissanite is a silicon carbide, which is the second hardest mineral, only after diamond. As I said, it's more sparkly than diamond, but it was only $70. Man, you should go and get one, hey? Because I tell you, if you've ever wanted to hold a $2 million diamond in your hand and see what it looks like, well, this is it. Everyone needs one. That's one. Next, Christmas garnet. So these guys are chromium-doped yags of some form. I think that's what it is. I've forgotten what all the different doping elements are. That's the chromium one. We've got some samarium, I think, in here. There's a different rare earth oxide. So yttrium aluminium garnet, the YAG is the sort of the base, but different colours from different elements in the doping, and you get some incredible properties. So what's special about them? Well, my favourite is the LUAC, the lutetium aluminium garnet, which is these ones here. You can see there with a bit of ultraviolet, they just kind of glow like next level. Hey, they're just absolutely nuts. They glow so bright, you cannot believe it. They use those in PET scanners for cancer, and they can basically, wherever there's radiation, so here UV, even at blue, it just glows like hell. Yeah, so you know, they can tell you if your X-ray machine's on because it's detecting the X-rays, and sort of you can detect the green light, but you can't really detect the X-rays very easily. So nice visual signal to stay the hell away. This one goes purple, bit of orange, can't really see it. This one here is transparent normally and completely colourless, but as soon as you put a little bit of UV on it, it goes orange. Yeah, nice. These ones were lasers. They were going to be lasers inside United States Star Wars satellites intended to shoot down Russian nuclear warheads during the Cold War. So that's these are pretty amazing, those ones. You know, you put a pulse of white light around them and the laser would just shoot out this massive rod of red ruby and you'd sort of instantly destroy the nuke. Right, these ones, alexandrite, so depending on the lighting conditions, they're purple, but I didn't think they'd be purple here. In fact, when I look at them, they're kind of red in real life. It's down to just the lighting at the time. If you take this outside, in the shade, it could be red, and in the sun, it goes purpley blue. It's just nuts. What else we got? Christmas garnet. Oh, Christmas garnet. They're red and green. Yeah, look at that. Red and green. Nuts. Like totally green and totally red. Wonderful. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Then you've got the straight up yags. There's this pink glowing garnet of some form. I forget which one exactly, but you get the idea. All right, that's those ones. What else we got? We have elements of the periodic table. Hooray! Which ones? Well, there's loads. I love the group 1 metals heaps because they're the ones that blow up if you put them in water. So this is sodium. You know, if you throw sodium in water, it explodes. We've got the other ones under argon here in tubes. So Here we've got, what's this one? This is the sodium. That's a chunk of sodium metal, very light. It's under argon, so it doesn't go off. We've got lithium metal here. This is the stuff that you get in your lithium batteries, but made in a slightly different way with other elements. Then we've got, what else? We've got calcium. This will fizz in water, give off hydrogen. Yes, I know. Calcium is a metal. Who knew? We got some other weird ones. Oh, yeah, the terrifying ones. So this one here, this is cesium. It's more expensive per gram than gold. And this one, if you warm it up, it's cool by now, but yeah, if you warmed it up, it melts at about body temperature. And it's quite fluid. Oh, look, it's already doing it. Look at that. Yeah, that's just from me holding it, actually, because it's the water was quite warm. Quite cool. But yeah, amazing. This stuff, if you warm it up and squirt it out of a syringe, it'll instantly set fire when it touches the atmosphere. It's 99.99% pure. One of the most beautiful things you ever see. But it's the most reactive metal in the universe. Wonderful. This one's rubidium. It's the next most reactive element in the universe. That's all the group 1 metals. So, sodium, potassium. I haven't shown you potassium, don't have it. Rubidium, cesium. Yeah. What else? Oh, you've got, there are, what others? There's the gases here, the noble gases. So all of these ones like neon, krypton, xenon, they're in glass cubes. And if you hit them with plasma, they glow different colors. How are we going to do that? Well, I've got my Tesla coil. Let's turn it on, shall we? Maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Turn off the lights for max effect. Here we are. There's the periodic table. Here we are. Not working. Not really. There we go. Yeah, I should probably turn that off, hey? Yeah. Anyway, see my other videos. Pretty cool. I got chlorine, I got bromine, sulfur. There's uranium, depleted uranium, pure cube. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. That's pure uranium metal. Not very radioactive, yeah, because it's depleted. You had all of the juicy uranium-235 taken out of it, so that's gone into the nuclear weapons or the power plants. And what's left is my depleted stuff. There's my Geiger counter, just to show you that it's actually legit. So what do we got there? It's going to bleep at me. Come on. There we are. Yeah, so kind of background radiation, yeah. You put the uranium near it and it's, put on the back, shall we? So 0.25 microsiemens per hour, microsieverts per hour. We're up to 35, so a little bit above background. So yeah, you can tell there's something there, but not really. There's not all that much there. Yeah, got some fancy bearings here to, different types of ceramics, and that kind of stuff was fun. And you're thinking, well, hang on, no, you know what? I don't think it's actually 0.8 because of the uranium. Here, I'll put that one back away in its vial. Yeah, there we go. I think actually what it's complaining about is this esky here. And the esky, if I put the thing back on the esky, yeah, that's probably what it is. You know what that is? That's autunite. Autunite minerals, that's natural. This is from a mine in Portugal. And that yellow stuff there is a uranium calcium phosphate mineral called autunite. And it is more than 50% by weight natural uranium, which means that it's a little bit hot. So that'll max up my Geiger counter, which doesn't really mean much. An X-ray is kind of an hour of this stuff. Like, you can hold it up to you for a fair decent chunk of time and you wouldn't know the difference. Anyway, that'll max out eventually. Let's not bother. Put it away, and you can see, just put the Geiger counter about a meter away, and instantly it just starts plummeting back down to earth. You can hear how few ticks there are there. Yeah, anyway. I'll cover that up eventually. If you keep it in my safe at home, and it'll be completely undetectable behind a little sheet of metal. Sort that out in a minute. What else we got? What else? Okay, metals. We had some, beryllium. Beryllium's nice because it's super expensive. It's also unbelievably lightweight. So it's about as light as magnesium, but it's stronger and stiffer than steel. It's way stronger than even iron and titanium, and ridiculously expensive though. This stuff is what they used on the James Webb Telescope to make the arms as light as possible and as stiff as possible. But yeah, I think someone made a bike frame out of this stuff, and just the materials was over $30,000 about 40 years ago. So yeah, it's not very cheap at all, but it's 1 centimeter cube. Speaking of expensive, there's other ones. So the platinum group metals in here. I haven't got the rhodium one because that was in the tens of thousands of US dollars just for 1 cubic centimeter. The rhenium is actually one of them. So rhenium's a platinum group metal. It's almost as dense as the densest element in the periodic table, which is osmium. After that, if you want to go denser than that, you've got to go to black holes and neutron stars and that sort of thing. But yeah, this thing is twice as dense as lead. It's quite expensive because it's a platinum group metal. It's very rare. It's the rarest element in the Earth's crust that isn't radioactive. Super duper beautiful, but it's actually quite cheap relative to the other ones. So I've got some. Here it is. We should all get some. Well, no, we can't all get some. There's not enough. So go away. It's mine. What else? Yeah, well, you can see them all there. The rare earths down here. Don't have many of them because they're quite expensive. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. There's some pretty nice ones in there anyway. What else we got? What else? Ooh, calcium metal. I had some granules of that. When we're talking about the metals, the ceramics, zirconia is the ceramic. And then people say, zirconia. And I said, yeah, what about zirconium? The element, there it is. So zirconium as the metal is this stuff. Ultra corrosion resistant. This thing is super duper expensive yet again. So there's that. What other stuff? Yeah, this is bismuth. Straight up, this is natural bismuth. This is what happens when you melt bismuth pure on the stove in a saucepan, cool it down, have it crystallize, and just pull out the crystal from the saucepan. And yeah, there you go. That's what it does, all on its own. Freaky. Yeah, like it. What else? Oh yeah. What else? Yeah, the plasma. Yeah, we spoke about that a bit. I've got all those gases in bigger tubes here. You can see them glowing just straight through the plasma globe. That's helium. Yeah, you got what else here? That's neon. Neon lights up like way early. If I turn off the lights, you can see all that. Yeah, they're kind of gorgeous. But isn't this nice? Isn't this fun? Look at this, 5 centimeter cube of pure carbon. It's a big periodic table cube. But it's like satin finish and it's pure graphite. So, you could write a whole bunch of essays and books with this thing if you wanted to. It's not very practical, but, interesting talking point if you were in class and pulled one of those things out to write your essay. Anything else? I'm sure there's more. Oh, yeah. Yeah. How could I forget? You got this thing. Oh, man. Yeah, look at that. Lightsaber. Again? Let me zoom out a bit. So that's the fire effect. Move it around. Reacts to motion. It's not the standard lighting effects there, but it's got these LEDs that you can customize. American-made LED strips. There's a Profi 2.2 board in here that you can custom program with like an SD card, a micro USB. All the sound fonts and all that. Reacts to motion. Check it out when it turns off. Yeah. Tell you what, now it's dark. There's plasma glowing in the background. What I want you guys to do, and girls, let me know what you think of this stuff. If you're into your fountain pens, that's great. What bits did you like of all those other things? What bits didn't you like? How do you feel about being conned into watching this video on the pretext of seeing about fountain pens? And are you going to watch my other stuff? Thank you, everyone.